How is your wee mum now?
Well, she's doing much better. She's got used to her new life more, her disability, and it's just finding workarounds. So she's got an electric wheelchair now. She started to come to London to visit me on the train.
Which is a big deal.
Which is a massive deal.
Yeah.
And, she's coming, we're getting married in France in June, and so we've put lots in place where she's coming for a holiday. It's getting things that she enjoys again.
But you had to really put things on hold to look after her, didn't you?
I did.
Just to make sure that she was okay.
Yeah, I did for the first 6 months. It was so sort of traumatic and such a big life change that we had to find, a better flat for her and things where everything was she was going to be safe, because she didn't get an electric wheelchair for quite a while. So obviously you're leaving someone and you're like, I would be leaving her thinking, what happens if the carer doesn't turn up, which would happen?
And you're always worried. It's the back of your mind, isn't it?
This is it. And so I'd be, if I'd suddenly gone back to London, you'd get a call, the carer hadn't arrived, well, how's she going to get to bed? All these different things. It's like, it does become a logistical problem. Sure. But then the thing is, once you, especially with the Stroke Association, I started working with them, I just had more support. They get, it's really just trying to make her life the best it can possibly be with the situation. Because
it was really, that's the thing about strokes, it's totally out of the blue, isn't it? Totally out of the blue. You're talking to her, she's fine.
When it happened, and I saw this number, this Bournemouth number, and I said to my producer, you're going to have to take that, because something's happened. And they drove me down to the hospital and said, look, the car will wait for you, however long, we'll be there to help you. And they would drive me back off set at a Friday night, pick me up. They were amazing.
That's great that you've got that support, because otherwise it would have been impossible, wouldn't it? It really would.
And
And the thing about a stroke is, the quicker you can get quicker you can get help, the better.
Yeah.
It's this thing fast, isn't it? F-A-S-T.
So the face.
Yes.
And then arm. Yeah. And then speech. And then call 911.
Yeah, make sure that, and the quicker the better.
Yeah, because they have, these special drugs they can give you really quickly that stop the blood clotting. And I've got friends with their parents who have done that, and they have made amazing recoveries. If you get it within an hour, just if in doubt, just call the ambulance.
Yeah.
And it's
of course
it is. I mean, the reason why I suppose my mum hasn't been, there are a few reasons, but she hasn't been able to get much movement back is because she was on the floor for 2.5 days. And
oh my God, you must have felt terrible about that. I mean, there's nothing you could do about it. You're away working.
Well, she's like this really...
And I guess she's a really independent woman anyway.
She's really independent. She has this little sports car, very glamorous. And she was, she used to work at the hospital, volunteer at the hospital. So she was always out. Right. And I just thought, oh, well, she's away doing her thing.
She's away doing her thing. Of course, you wouldn't have think for a minute.
You wouldn't.
Oh,
no.
So it's so sad.
It's just kind of a bit of a
But
shock.
Getting well enough to come to the wedding, which is fantastic, because you must have been really worried about that.
I was very worried, but I thought that it was going to be a really good impetus. And also, just because you're now suddenly disabled, it doesn't mean you shouldn't go on holiday.
Of course not.
And you just there's a lot more stuff in place. And her and her boyfriend did a test run to Malta. And it is difficult to get on the plane and things. And it was a bit upsetting for her, because you can feel a bit degraded. You're put on this trolley.
For sure. And especially, as you said, a very independent person.
Yeah.
But there's ways around it, and she'll be there. And you couldn't have had your big day without your mum there. I mean,
no
there's
way.
no
chance.
It's the happiest, biggest day of your life. And you need her to be, you want to see her there looking gorgeous and be proud of you and happy.
And there's things like, make sure like she's standing up in the photos, and there's all these different things. And we've got this amazing hotel for her, really incredible disabled hotel. So she's just going to get a really wonderful holiday. It's
kind of like your life does change, and you just have to make those changes with it, because I know you're still working on the Christmas special just now, aren't you?
Yes, we are filming at the moment.
I love your character. She's lovely. She's just a good woman.
She's a good woman.
She's with a heart of gold.
She is. That's what I wanted her to be. I based her on my primary school teacher, and who was a nun as well. And I really wanted her the goodness to shine out of her. but then also that she makes mistakes.
Yeah.
That she's a bit clumsy and gets frustrated. And also in the 60s, you know, we are going through a period of change and people have different opinions, but she's still a good person.
Very much so.
And
I really like her.
Yeah.
I really, really like her.
Oh, that's
and of course, she's doing Fantastic Beasts as well.
I know.
It's very exciting.
Oh, it's so exciting. So they introduced my character in this one, and I play Eddie's Newt's assistant.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
I know. It's really, really exciting.
When is it out? Do you know?
It's November the 16th.
Will you come back and we can talk about that?
Absolutely.
And give your mum our love. And I know everybody for this month is to wear purple.
Yes, make May purple. So I've got a little belt. On. You've got purple shoes
on.
You can, you know, maybe do a little. I would do it like a purple rinse. I think once I finish. After the wedding.
Yes.
I might, no.
Maybe not purple hair for the wedding. Do it after that.
Paul will be like, interesting choice. Bit punk. Yeah. But yeah,
great
make
to see you. And I'm so glad that she's doing well. And I hope the wedding goes so well for you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Lorraine.
you very much, Victoria. Great to see you.